Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching. I want to share something with you all that's going to be kind of deep, but it's something that the Lord revealed to me. This is coming from Genesis chapter 3, and this is where the serpent was able to convince Eve to eat of the fruit of the tree. She also gave her husband, and of course, they lost their position in the Garden of Eden. And so, in our world today, there are many gods. There are many different gods and deities and things that people worship. And the Lord gave me a revelation on this, okay? So, I'm going to be talking about God, the one and true God, Jesus Christ, the one that I believe in, the one who created the heavens and the earth. And then I'm going to talk about gods, okay? So, you're going to hear me talk about those, but I'm going to do this to show you I'm speaking of little g gods, okay? So here we go. Gods are select fallen angels. When Eve obeyed Satan, that was the first form of idol worship. The God Satan robbed them of the image given to them by God and immediately caused them to view themselves through shame and condemnation. Gods separate the children of God from their creator as shown in Genesis, where they hid from God when he sought them out in the cool of the day. Up until this point, man depending on God for everything, but upon submitting to another God, they became independent of God when they made coverings for their nakedness. In serving another God, Adam moved from claiming full responsibility for Eve when he said, "This is now bone of my bone and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman because she was taken out of man," to now saying, "The woman who you gaveth me, she gave me of this tree. She gave me of this tree and I did eat." His God-given view of man to woman became obscured. His affection, a form of protectiveness towards her, was changed. This was also the first occurrence, and many that will follow, of man blaming God for the consequences of their own actions. The mentality then that still remains true today is for man to remember the sovereignty of God as a fallout plan, and there is an expectation for God to remain loyal and faithful. His expected attributes in our brazen errors are often thrown in his face, and our sin and errors are expected to be swept under the rug. Once man disobeyed God, it opened them up to the nature of the God they obeyed, Satan, and had to be removed from the Garden of Eden. This was necessary as they were now defiled, and if they chose Satan once, they would choose him a second, third, fourth, many more times within the Garden of Eden. If this was allowed, the state of the world today would have been beyond imagination to the level of evil and wickedness we will be able to imagine and do. This is why Adam and Eve was banished from the garden, and sacrifices were necessary to cleanse man of what he had become compared to the image of God he was before. Gods came into existence through the disobedience of Adam and Eve. Satan immediately began to set up principalities and powers throughout the world in the form of the many gods we see today, in an attempt to keep man in a shame state, in the need of a God that keeps them hidden, blinded, and independent of the one true God. And this was given to me February 20th, 2020. I hope this makes sense. Feel free to listen to it again or shelve it. But yep, guys, this was something that I received. So just want to share it with you guys today. All right. Thank you for watching.